What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 24 of season 3 of Wrecked Bike Rebuild, the motorcycle rebuild show here on YouTube that is funded via Patreon, where we take wrecked motorcycles and turn them into dream bikes. Typically, these episodes are funded via Patreon. We have people that support us, and one of those people eventually gets the bike. But because of reasons, this episode is an unpaid episode, but we still appreciate all the people over on Patreon. So, in this episode, ideally, we'll have a finished motorcycle. We have a lot of wiring to do, and Brian's nervous, so I'm petrified. Welcome to episode 24. All right, Brian, take it from there, because now the intro's rolled and you just literally dropped the bomb on me of like, hey, you excited to modify a wiring harness? Because I'm a little nervous about it.
Well, you know, like you said, you're terrified over the motor.
I'm terrified of everything at this point, Brian.
I'm good on the motor. I'm very confident that the motor will fire and that'll be good.
Right.
Electrical's another story. Sometimes you have to work through it to make sure you get everything the way you want it to. And right now, we're going to start by removing, about 1.5 foot of factory wiring harness.
Removing being like
goodbye, and just to get some of the wires that we don't need a lot of the length now that we're running everything through the handlebars and everything's going to wind up underneath the gas tank.
Right.
So all the wiring that went from here all the way forward to the headlight and all the way up to the switches on both sides, we don't need any of that extra wiring harness, which kind of looks something like this.
Gotcha. Before we keep going, I did want to do another shout out to the Motivation guys who hooked us up with a really good deal on all our Moto Gadget stuff, which is what we're going to be, that's the reason we're doing all the rewiring. They actually gave me a 5% off code. So you guys that are watching the video can use whatever code that is, or in the description. So Motivation, you guys are fantastic for hooking us up with all this Moto Gadget stuff and giving us the opportunity to rewire the motorcycle. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Kill me now.
Yep.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that we've changed.
Yeah.
We've changed all the switches. We've changed the gauge cluster.
Yeah.
Which is going to be something that will be fun to kind of work through, because I haven't looked at any of that as far as directions wise, what that's actually supposed to hook into and how and where and all that other good stuff. So that'll be an interesting learning process for us today as well. So we'll start by, we installed our ignition switch, and it would be nice to be able to power the system as we're wiring things so we can test.
Right.
So we're going to start by cutting down that section of harness to plug into the ignition switch so it'll be its permanent home.
Okay. And then we'll just continue the wiring from there.
You got it.
Sounds like a montage moment to me, Brian.
Oh.
The hell is that?
I think the guys out there working just shut down all the power.
It's okay, we've been in this problem before, but those times it was my fault.
We were pretty quiet. I didn't hear anything trip.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna go walk around outside and see if everything's out.
Dude, everything is dead. Everything is dead.
Well, usually, there's little lights over everybody's garage. Usually there's like 1 or 2 on,
Right.
and they're all out.
Yeah, the garage door won't even...
Yeah, all the power's out in the house. Are you recording in the dark? Oh, man. Just a little power outage.
Just a little power outage. Yeah. That is like 0 dark 30.
Darn anymore. As long as you're not standing in the direction where the blade is going, you have no issues.
These are good points, Brian. Okay, so now we can...
Now you can turn the key and it should cycle the fuel pump. Kill switch. We have to jump the kill switch.
Hard to decide what's good.
Now we need to figure out which switch is a kill switch.
Wait, are these ain't wired yet, so...
Nothing's wired.
Oh, okay.
That was the first wire we just connected right there.
Right. I was thinking you guys might have like connected something.
So I need the right handle switch so I can check and see.
The old one.
Yes.
Is this when we have to make decisions on which one of these we want to be what?
Well, I think the kill switch, I don't know if we're going to be able to have a kill switch with these switches.
Oh, okay.
No. Batteries connected, yeah. I know we got it to cycle the other day.
You did it when you like touch things together or something?
I thought I was touching these together. That's what I was thinking.
Could the battery be dead?
No, shouldn't be.
Just playing devil's advocate.
You could test it. You gotta take the cover off. All right. Are you? What do you got going on there?
Uno momento. Just charging and getting it power.
I think you should be good to do whatever you're doing. Wait, what'd you do?
Plug in the kill switch.
Huh. We have power. So what do you think the kill switch is also connected to?
I'm not sure. That doesn't make any sense. What does this wire go to? So I'm just eliminating wires from this plug to verify why us jumping it isn't actually just making it work. So now the only thing that's left in it is the kill switch. So okay, so we should just be able to jump those two wires together and not have a kill switch, or at this point we would have to wire a kill switch into it and tuck it somewhere.
What's the benefit of a kill switch when you have a key?
It's just a secondary.
Okay, so it's just another way to cut kill power. You have a higher regard of everything on a motorcycle than I do, so what are your thoughts on having...
It's a safety related thing, so I would always prefer to have a kill switch on it somewhere.
Okay. Do you want to use that little three-way switch we have?
Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Can you flip that switch for me?
Middle, down.
Okay.
Middle, up. Middle, your mom.
Okay, go to the middle again. Okay.
What?
Because you didn't say up or down. And I
Oh.
have no idea what wires are doing what now because you're just flicking stuff. And I'm like, okay.
I got you here. I'll give you these positions.
All right. Go ahead.
Going to 1, going back to 2, now moving to 3.
Okay. I am just going to fuck you up just a little bit here real quick, Chase.
What, me?
Yeah. Do you have any idea where we're going to put this kill switch? Because...
Let me assess this. Oh shit, okay. Allow me.
Go grab me the left side panel. Left side cover.
Are you
You know
gonna
what
try
I'm
to put
thinking?
it where the seat
Where the keyhole
seat
goes.
latch is? You
That's screwed off.
sounds like a washer problem to me.
And the washer.
best mine potentially is. Don't give up. Don't give up on me yet, Brian.
Here, take this back. I don't need it.
Oh, well, fine.
What were you gonna say?
Let me check our bin of death.
That's it right there. Looks good in there.
Yeah. I can barely see it.
Perfect. Used all the gas. All right, I feel good about that. How about you? You got a smile on your face from there, Chase. That looks pretty good.
My smile is based on your smile, Brian. That's impressive, man. Put the whole engine back together and...
It fired immediately.
Right.
Dude, I love the fact that the pipes are just non-existent.
Yeah,
You can't even see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What more
Now
response
what?
could you really request?
Now what? Now what do we do now?
You're not the one to ask that question, Brian. You're the last one that gets to say that.
It's 5 o'clock. I guess now would be the gauge.
Nice job, dude.
You always remember just a little bit too late.
I do. I remember, like, to the point of, like, if I move and I jam my finger, it's going to have to be removed. Is now the point you were talking about where now it's just lighting?
Yeah, we have to figure out what the hell is going on with the, where these actually plug into would be nice.
So is it the type of thing that these run to the M unit, these run to the M unit, and they should hypothetically touch through the M unit?
Some of it. Some of it's got to go. Like, don't know how the speedo actually works because we're not going to have the speedo hooked up through the M unit. It's the speedo to the bike, the signal wire that comes off the bike, but I don't know if it's the same signal that this uses. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to come back with a fresh mind.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it is 5:45.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome to day 2. We're going to finish the bottle today. I'm going to stop talking. Brian, you ready to go?
I don't know.
Whoa, that's not... Whoa, the fuck on. That is not happy, Brian.
Just not in a working mood right now, but it is what it is. We'll get her done.
So today's just wiring, honestly. And exhaust.
Yeah.
Cue some like saddish no, I'm just kidding.
It's already playing. Why do you think I put it up there?
Brian's got some one-man band situation.
Hold that right there for me, please.
I am capable.
You better be. I turned the key and the M unit powered.
Oh, okay. That's all that was getting it to power correctly at the right time?
Yes, so now we can hook our lights in, and then we can hook our switches in. Then we can move on to the gauge cluster, and when the cluster is done, then we can move on to brake lines and our little fancy-dancy accent light that I don't know if we told anybody about.
Nope.
And then once the fancy-dancy light is installed, then we can put the rest of the bodywork on.
Let's go. Current issue is that our speedo will not read any speed, and we're gonna go to another day of this episode trying to finish this motorcycle. Brian is going to make some phone calls. We will see you guys on the next day. Welcome to day 3, episode 24 of Wrecked Bike Rebuild.
Don't sound so excited, Chase.
You're right. We're going to work on the motorcycle. Things will happen. All right, hold on, let me take a pee. Let me drink some of my special juice. Hold on, let me check the gauge. No, gauge is full. It's cycling through the system. All right, hold on, get the key started real quick. All right, fuel pump is primed. Right, okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome to day 3 of episode 24 of Wrecked Bike Rebuild, and today we're gonna get a lot of shit done on the motorcycle. Woo! Who's excited? Me!
There's just no in the middle with you, is there?
Nope. Not existent. All right, I'll grab the camera now. So, Brian, where are we starting at today?
Well, I'm gonna start right here with so some of our ground wires, as we were putting everything together, wound up a little short.
Okay.
So I'm going to extend a few of them out here, and then make them all the same length, and we're just going to run a bolt through all of our ground ends together,
right,
as like a ground block. So we went with aftermarket brake lines because the factory brake lines look like dookie. So
the expert analysis of that.
the aftermarket, well, let me go back. The stock brake lines come one line off of each caliper, and then they come to the center to a metal block, a T.
Right.
And we couldn't find a good spot to put that where it didn't just look like horrible. And then the way the factory ones were bent, we actually had to put it in front of the triple, so we totally were like, not gonna happen. So we got some aftermarket ones, and the aftermarket brake lines come one brake line to each caliper, and then it's two brake lines that go all the way up to the master cylinder. So when you have two brake lines stacked together, there's a Banjo bolt that is two brake lines deep. And I'm going to show you one. It should be in that little plastic bag right next to what you were just grabbing. So this is a single Banjo bolt washer, or single Banjo bolt, single brake line Banjo bolt, and this is a dual brake line Banjo bolt. And as you can see, let me try and get it. There we go. You can see one has one hole in it, and the other one has two.
Right.
So our brake lines came with a new, fancy, super nice black anodized Banjo bolt, but unfortunately, we bought a brake line kit for a Yamaha, so everything is metric, and our front brake master cylinder is, what's his name? I always want to say Troy Lee.
That's what I was just thinking. Roland Sands.
Roland Sands, and a lot of Roland Sands stuff is made for American or SAE machines. So the threads in our master cylinder are standard or SAE thread, and the two brake line deep Banjo bolt we have is metric, so it doesn't fit. It won't actually thread in. That's about as far as it goes right there. First thread, and then it gets stuck. So we need to get a standard thread pitch Banjo bolt that holds two brake lines like this one, and then we'll put the brake lines on permanently to the master cylinder. But for now, we're just going to run our brake lines and get everything set to where we actually want them, and then when we put the Banjo bolt in, it'll be quick. We'll just put it in and then bleed the system.
What was it?
That was the sneaky ground you were talking about.
The red brown.
Gotcha!
Brian reached for that button so fucking fast. I was watching
You
it on the
turned your
screen.
back and I was like, I got him! It's got power!
I'm only not upset because you're really good.
I'm not gonna lie, us viewers back here behind the screen, we're getting a little nervous. Brian can see the end in sight, so he's becoming the delusional
Oh, my
guy.
mind is jelly. It's been jelly for days now.
Hey Brian, why are you guys making lots
Keeping up.
why are we soaking the
So when you put a fiberglass pipe wrap on, you coming with me this way? You have to soak it in water.
right?
That makes the fiberglass wrap more pliable.
Uh-huh.
So as you're wrapping it on the pipe, you can pull it tighter.
Gotcha.
And then once they're on, once you have it wrapped on the pipe, you put them on the bike and then fire the bike up. And then when they dry in that position and stay tighter. Okay, about 5 minutes.
Wow.
You're going to throw both of them in there for 5 minutes?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Well, one's going to be in there longer because it'll be in there while we're wrapping the other pipe. You can't over soak them, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, Google, start a 5-minute timer. Come over here and enjoy the victory of the end of this episode with me, Brian. I wish we had like a working tripod situation so Luke could be here too. Yay, episode 24 is done. And the bike is done. Other than a couple little tweaky tweaks.
A couple little tweaks that we don't want to show anybody.
Yeah, tweaky tweaks, finishing up a little couple things, but the bike is running and working and
Pipes are wrapped,
yeah.
heated up. They're all shrunk down. We got to clip the rest of the clamps off of it, and there's a couple little small beautification
we had to
covers to
save
put on
something for the cinematic
for the
reveal. Yeah.
For the big smoky burnout.
Sweet God. This is the end of episode 24, the only episode that we went over our time limit on.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. So guys, typically we are funded via Patreon, so go check out Patreon if you want to watch all how this was done, or watch the playlist in the description of the video. You can watch how this was a terrible, ugly cruiser, and now it's something cool that you're going to get a really good look at in the coming videos.
In the next time.
We're going to go. It's been a long time. Thank you guys for getting to the end of the video. I am Chaseontwowheels. That is Brian, and you're being held by Luke, and we will see you guys on the next episode of Not Wrecked Anymore Bike Rebuild.
Definitely not wrecked anymore bike rebuild.
Okay, let's finally cut it. Oh, shit. Brian, real quick, outro crew. Tell them something.
What do you want me to tell them?
I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you right now?
I'm pretty stoked right now, and I can't wait to ride this thing.
I'll take that as a 10. All right, later, outro crew. Let me know what number it is for you guys. Okay, bye.